You know what, Vero Kenyans? You won't kill Oburu Odinga before his time. Hao watu wa ODM wameamua kabisa kwamba wanataka kuua Oburu Odinga before his time. Because yesterday, Oburu Odinga was during the proposed the handover of the proposed museum, Raila Odinga Museum handover in Bondo, that is Kango Kajaramogi. Gladys Wanga, no, this one is different, but let me just mention this. There was a time that Gladys Wanga was telling the ODM women, wale watu wa ODM, the women of wanawake wa ODM, ya kwamba wasimame wasalimiane. You know what happened? Oburu Odinga also stood like a woman and akawave.
Central Committee. Wamama wa chama cha ODM ebumu wa mke, because baba alikuwa mtetezi wetu. Baba could fight for us even personally. Please just please wave tafadhali. Asante sana. Thank you so much.
So I was asking myself these two questions. The first question that I was asking myself was that kwani Oburu Odinga amebaki amerudi akiwa senile at his old age, ama wakati mtu anakuwa mkubwa ama anazeeka anakuwa two gender, or because for Oburu Odinga to just stand and he is a man, I'm a request to women, it also means that maybe this man was having was in dream world, having a meeting with the forefathers, and then maybe that meeting ended abruptly or at the wrong time. Maybe aliambiwa kwamba your people needs you, go back. And then in the process, in that process of yeye kurudi into the world, yanasikia Gladys Wanga anasema kwamba watu wasimame. Yeye pia akasimama na akawave. And you can listen to the way Gladys Wanga is really laughing. Anyway, that is not the reason why I'm doing this video. This video I'm doing because of the same statement that was made, some statement that was made by Oburu Odinga yesterday at Kango Kajaramogi.
Hoping that as we move on to next year, closer to next year, we shall have formed a strong coalition which will fight the others. This was decided. We were left in the broad-based government by our late brother, Raila Odinga, and we have not moved out of there. What we know is that we are not shaken by small hiccups like the election in Olkalau. That Olkalau was like the heavens came down on earth. It is, we had won 9 elections ourselves, 9 by-elections ourselves. So why did we also not jump up to heaven? Or
Oburu Odinga is saying that those other people are really celebrating the win in Olkalau, which according to me, I think it's worth celebrating, because there was a lot of pressure. Kulikuwa na pressure mingi hapa na pale. You know, oh, you won't win. Mara this will happen. Mara this will happen. So somebody must celebrate. People must celebrate. Somebody must just celebrate the win. That is a fact. Mtu lazima usherehekee. Ile tunasherehekea ushindi wa Bwana. Mtu lazima asherehekee ushindi. Because at the end of the day, a win is a win. But now my problem is here. Oburu Odinga is saying that yes, they are in the broad-based government, and according to him, they have won a lot of by-elections. In fact, 9 of them as a broad-based government, and they never celebrated. So my question was this: you have won 9 by-elections as broad-based government. How many have ODM won? ODM yenyewe imeshinda ngapi? Those 9 by-elections, ODM imeshinda ngapi? Ndio tuambie kwamba mmeshinda. It's as simple as that. How many did ODM win? Did ODM even participate in campaigning for these leaders who won these by-elections? Did they? If they didn't, then you don't have any reason to tell us that you've won. If they did, fine. Were there no candidates in those by-elections? Were there no candidates in those by-elections? You know, these people think that being in the broad-based government is a direct ticket for them to be clinching into the winnings of maybe of the projects that are being done by William Ruto and the government. It is not. At the end of the day, ninyi wenyewe ndio mtafukuzwa. Ninyi wenyewe ndio mtajaibisha, because as you continue doing this thing, you are embarrassing yourselves. And I think these guys have really embarrassed themselves so much to a point that right now they're supposed to realize that, oh, this thing has happened. Oh, this thing is happening. It is high time these people realize their mistake. Because mkiendelea hivi, as you continue ukiendelea hivi, things will not be the same. Let's be honest and talk about this. Just a quick question. We've had 9 by-elections in which ODCP, a new party, imeshinda. ODM has been there for 20 years. Sahi, ODM atakifila a candidate anywhere, aizi akasikika. Why? Why is it that these people are making things look like, you know, I don't know. The second thing that I've heard Oburu Odinga saying is that Baba left us in broad-based government. We agree. Baba said that ODM is going to fill a candidate. We agree. But now, Oburu Odinga is saying that as ODM, they've decided to fill a candidate. And their candidate is William Ruto.
Karibu, let's sit down. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Bwana CS, my friend Oparanya, and the CS, the PS for Defense. He was actually briefly my colleague in the Senate before she joined the executive, and the PS for public works, and the PS for culture, is it? Yeah, thank you, for culture, and the deputy governor of Kisumu, and my great moms, and all protocols observed. I don't want to say much because this is not a day for speech. This is a day just to launch the mausoleum of Raila. And I always take a lot of interest in something which is so dear to our heart like this one. I always take great interest, and from the beginning I was keen and even instructed my own architect to make a draft mausoleum, the one I would have liked to be there. But then this young man took over and told me that hiyo ideas zako, they are of yesterday. Let us put in something better than what you had planned. If it was my plan, by now we would have completed the mausoleum. But be that as it may, we are now nearing October, when our brother passed on, and therefore we are doing this more or less like an emergency, and we want to complete it within 2 months. But I hope that that hurry will not compromise quality. I hope that quality will be retained and it will be as good and as modern as the young people wanted. So I will also support you if I see it is something which is good, something which deserves the dignity that my brother deserved. C.S. Oparanya was a very close friend of my departed brother. He used to be closer to me, but then I handed him over to Raila. Now I want to take him back to me so that he becomes much closer to me again. This is being done. This project is being done by the government, and I want to take this opportunity to thank the government of Kenya. We don't take it for granted. This is not something which is their duty. They could have decided to say, no, you people as family, do it on your own. And of course we could have struggled here and there, and we could have done it. But this gesture is a good gesture. We are working together with Momi Oparanya in the broad-based government and Madam. And we are hoping that as we move on to next year, closer to next year, we shall have formed a strong coalition which will fight the others. This was decided. We were left in the broad-based government by our late brother, Raila Odinga, and we have not moved out of there. What we know is that we are not shaken by small hiccups like the election in Olkalau. That Olkalau was like the heavens came down on earth. It is, we had won 9 elections ourselves. 9 by-elections ourselves. So why did we also not jump up to heaven? But we are moving steadily. We are moving steadily because we know who is our enemy and we know who is our friend. And we are not, those people are still wandering around in the atmosphere up there as to who is going to be the leader, who is going to be what, who is. For us, we have already decided. We are just negotiating to make a strong coalition where ODM clearly has its policies incorporated and would have their policies incorporated. We come up with one strong manifesto. We are a social democratic party. A strong manifesto which we shall use to sell to the people of Kenya and win the next elections. We are confident and we are not shaken. We are not shaken by any. What we don't want and what my dad did not want, he was fighting for democracy. Raila fought for democracy up to the end, the last breath. But that democracy did not include bloodshed. What they did not want is bloodshed. So we don't want anything which can cause bloodshed. We don't want incitement. We don't want divisions, tribal, based on tribes. We want a united Kenya. If you have better ideas, better programs to implement for the Kenya, don't go and collect yourself in a certain corner and you call yourself the mountain. Because the mountain is where it is on earth here like everything else. There is nothing like that. All Kenyans are equal and all Kenyans deserve to be served equally. And we don't want bloodshed, like my brother did not want bloodshed. That is why we came together with Ruto. Otherwise, why did we compete with Ruto and he stole our elections, as we believe, and then we come together, we are working together? It is because of the love for Kenya that my brother had, the love for this country. He did not want this country to go down in the abyss like countries like Somalia, where there is war, there is bloodshed, people are dying on a daily basis, being shot by the same guns for which they are paying taxes. That is what we stand for, and we shall continue to stand for, and we shall continue to preach the social democratic principle, which is on which our party is based, and based on the ideas of Jaramogi Odinga and Raila Odinga. And we are continuing, and this is now Oburu Odinga, following on the footsteps of my predecessors. We move on, whether you say the shoes are big, whether they are big or not, I have also made mine. So we go. Thank you very much. And Mumia Paranya, I don't know who is now next. Should I was not told by the protocol.
Yes, thank you, Party Leader. May I request most humbly that you invite Honorable Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya to address us.
Honorable Omwami Wycliffe Ambetsa Oparanya, the Minister for Property.
My friend.
Come and say a word.
Asante sana.
Asante.
Yep. The lead.
So William Ruto ameacha UDA, amerudi kwa ODM. And now you see the things that Edwin Sifuna was fighting. And then baadaye mkakuja mkamcrucify. Mkasema kwamba mara Edwin Sifuna is this, Sifuna is disrespectful. Sifuna was not disrespectful. Sifuna stood for what was right. That is why you guys felt like Sifuna was disrespectful. But kila mtu akule kiburi yake. That is what I can say. Mimi hiyo ndio saa hizi kila mtu akule kiburi yake. Kwa sababu ni kiburi hao watu ndio wamefanya saa hizi they are facing these problems. Anyway, can you listen to this video of Oburu Odinga, then you tell me what you think at the comment section.